Hello people, what's up? How you doing? How is everything going in your area? How do you feel? How have you been feeling? Oh ye fellow Chelsea fans. We've been through a lot. Honestly, we've been through a lot this season, this 2022-2023 season. We have been through plenty a lot. We've been to a lot, we've been back from a lot, we are still going through a lot. I mean, how do you go from 6th to 10th to 11th in one season? How do you lose two managers in one season? Like, it's too much on us. I know it's definitely too much on us, but we're surviving, right? We are surviving, we're doing okay, and we are just trying to see how things unfold from here on out. How things unfold from here on out. I'm talking about the fact that yesterday Chelsea and Graham Potter have parted ways. Some say it was a mutual agreement, some say he was fired, some say he opted to leave on his own. Whatever the case may be, the case is that the important case here is that Graham Potter is no longer manager of Chelsea. As a pundit or as an analyst of football, I feel sad for him because I know he must have come to Chelsea with very, very high expectations for himself. I mean, in everything that we do in life generally, we as human beings tend to always want to do better in our craft, in our field of work, in everything that we do. He must have been leaving Brighton at the time that he left Brighton with the hope that he is coming to a bigger stage, he's coming to a bigger club. He's coming here now to prove that yes, indeed, he can do this. What is there I cannot do? I mean, there are 11 players as well, 23 players, whatever the number of players are. He should be able to manage them, and he came with so much expectations and so much high hopes. At the end of the day, his expectations were not met at all, and I feel really, really bad for him. But as a Chelsea fan, well, it is what it is, and it must happen. What has to happen because it's been poor, very, very poor. Nothing to write home about. We are all sad, upset. Graham Potter's tactics, his formation, his pattern of play, his substitutions, everything always just seemed to be wrong. Game in, game out. Even those games that he won, I feel like he just won them because, oh yeah, the players just played well, and well, maybe they were just lucky. The other team did not come with, seriousness. Because if they had come with seriousness, probably would have not won those games. That's how I feel. Because I feel like Potter was just gambling with the team. He was just gambling with Chelsea. And some days it works out for him, some other days it does not work out. He kept changing formation, he kept changing pattern. But one thing was constant. He kept making very, very wrong substitutions. He would want to make a substitution, the next person is bringing into the team is Conor Gallagher. He's taking out an attacker. The game against Everton was so painful, so freaking painful. I don't want to use the F word. Very painful. I purposely did not make any video that day. I purposely did not film that day because if I had filmed, probably YouTube would have come to find me in my house and said, please, oh you YouTube user, we're sorry. Why are you so angry? And the whole of YouTube is on fire. Like, what happened? What is making you this upset? Like, we were leading, we were doing okay. You take out the attackers in the team. Who does that? At the 62nd minute, like the game had not even gone far. You take out attackers and you bring in midfielders who don't even know where to fit into the game. Come on, Potter. That is a criminal offense. Like that is a heavy crime against football. And then it was okay. We went on international break, got back. Over the weekend, we got beaten again by Aston Villa. We've had enough, haven't we? I'm speaking as a Chelsea fan now. I've spoken as a football analyst saying I feel bad for him because he must have come to Chelsea with high hopes. But as a fan, like, unacceptable. Do you understand? Yeah. So Potter had 22 games at Chelsea. He won 7, drew 7, was defeated 8 times. He scored 21 goals. He conceded 21 goals. Games that he failed to score at all, 9 games. Like no goals from his team, nothing. These were 9 games. So very poor record it is, and already his assistant has taken over as interim coach for now. Bruno Sauter will be the one in charge of the Chelsea Football Club at the moment. We'll be facing Liverpool on Tuesday. hopefully we can do well in the game against Liverpool. Who knows how that will be or how that will go. Liverpool were beaten by Manchester City 4 goals to 1. So I know that they are definitely upset at the moment. They are looking forward to vent their anger. And if Chelsea does not remove their body, Liverpool might just jam them. That's a lighter note. But truly, if we are not coordinated enough to, move past the fact that Graham Potter has been let go of, second coach in the season, he's the second coach that is being sacked in one season. Makes me feel like our owners are just still confused on how this football business thing works. Like now they are going for Julian Nagelsmann without making very, very serious inquiries. Talks are already going on. Fabrizio Romano has started reporting it, he has started talking about it, and before you know, it will be here we go. And you know what you hear here we go, this is a done deal, okay? So we have not found out why did Bayern let Nagelsmann go and why did they employ our former coach that we had though. Our former coach that we had a world-class coach with us, but Todd Bowley and Baghdad let him go, and Bayern has picked him up. Okay, so even Tuchel had this to say about this whole situation. He says it is actually, a very tough thing going on. In the end, it was pretty tough timing because it was right after I took over here, and now the next position is vacant at Chelsea. Does it mean that Tuchel was kind of hoping, and which you know that for a long time after Chelsea let him go for a very long time, he was not even talking about getting another job. He was just traveling, resting, getting himself together, taking time out, spending time with his family. I guess that must have been part of the activities that he was doing, but he wasn't talking about getting another position. He felt like somebody who was partially hoping and waiting that he would get a call back from Chelsea. Who knows? Because Tuchel said it that at Chelsea he felt like he was at home. Chelsea felt like family to him. It was really, really sad for him. It was really, really tough that the meeting between himself and the board, like the owners of Chelsea, didn't take more than 3 to 4 minutes. There was just this talk and there was the agreement, and was told to just step down from his post as manager of Chelsea. So he took it really, really hard. It hit him really, really hard that he had to leave Chelsea, which he has come to see as his home. Tuchel is really attached to Chelsea. Even up until now, I feel like he still has this soft spot for Chelsea. And he said it himself that Chelsea will forever be special to him. Okay, so I feel like he was partially hoping, you know how you just be hoping and say, would it or would it not? He was partially probably hoping that he would be called back to coach Chelsea, and he was just falling. And you see how life is. As soon as he takes up the job at Bayern Munich, the post at Chelsea is vacant. He actually won his first match as coach of Bayern Munich 4 goals to 2. Um, and that is who Tuchel is. He's already beginning to show that he's a class coach, and Chelsea lets him go. We're in sixth position at the time Tuchel was leaving us, whether sixth or fifth or seventh. I shan't know. The only thing I know that I'm sure of is that we weren't in 10th, we weren't at 11th, which is where we are right now after we're beaten at Stamford Bridge by Aston Villa 2 goals to 0. We have been disrespected so many times this season. You know that there was a time that teams used to be scared to come to Stamford Bridge because they know that if they come, they were not going to get any points. But these days, they come with so much confidence and they really take away points. They don't even take away 1 point, they take away 3 points. It's insane, it's crazy. Okay, we have these amazing players. We have Joao Felix, we have the Enzo, we have um Havertz, we have Kovacic. Kante is back. Meanwhile, he played in the game against Aston Villa. That's the only good thing that happened in that game. And we have so many talented players in our team at the moment, currently. What are we doing with these players? What was Potter doing with these players? He was just so clueless, and the need to let him go was really, that need was really pressing. But the board, the owners of Chelsea were just holding on, stalling. I don't know for what reason. Maybe because of the, um, payments we're going to make to him if they terminated his contract and all those, paperwork things and all those plenty things. But at the detriment of the club going downhill, like really plunging down a sloping ground. Like, so finally it's all over. Potter is gone, and his assistant took over as interim coach of the club at the moment, Bruno Salto. And he said it that it's Salto had this to say, it's a sad day for the staff. Graham and Billy are two top coaches, two people, and I have to be sorry are two top coaches, top people, and I have to be as professional as I can to prepare for the game. He also had this to say, if I'm here, it's because the club thought it was the right step. I spoke to the board, they have been supportive. It's a massive challenge. I have a lot of experience. I'll try to help players, and I feel I can help the young players. Okay, so we are counting on you, Bruno, to help us win tomorrow. Let's see how that goes. Okay, so like I said, Fabrizio reported that understand there have been approaches already for Julian Nagelsmann to be the new coach at Chelsea. Talks will continue to make final decision, but he is the favorite. They've not decided anything yet. No confirmation on Pochettino links at this stage. Nagelsmann mentioned in internal talks yesterday. So it's as if we and Bayern are about to exchange coaches, okay? Why Bayern let Nagelsmann go, we will never know, and our board will never care to find out. They will not even take a deep breath and try to make their research and ask questions. Why was this man let go? What happened? Because if they don't ask, we might have to still sack another coach before the season is over. And honestly, I'm tired of it. Anyways, this is all I have to share about everything that's been happening at Chelsea Football Club over the past couple of days. At least it's been a roller coaster of emotions, and the whole fandom went crazy yesterday hearing that Potter had been sacked. It was really, really crazy. I feel bad for him, like I said. I never knew that fans would celebrate a coach losing his job this much. But then I could also understand the frustration of fans and what made them get that excited at the news that he was no longer the coach of Chelsea. So it's a crazy stuff, but it's all interesting. In the end, we are thankful that we had the opportunity to meet a coach like Potter. He had his principles, he had his ideas, he had his beliefs. Unfortunately, those ideas, those beliefs, those principles were not Chelsea material at all. I don't know what he and Gallagher had in common. I don't know the deal that they had, that he kept bringing him in. Even when Gallagher wasn't performing 100. Don't get me wrong, Gallagher has potential to be a very, very good player. Play him under a coach like Mourinho, and he might really, really become a monster, become really, really good. Or Pep Guardiola, he might really, really do very well. See, Kevin De Bruyne that we had at Chelsea, who was shit, like some people would have said at the time. He is now a world class midfielder, one of the best in the world at the moment. So, and that's because he finally got his place under a coach that was able to manage him and harness his potential. So I feel like if Gallagher could also play under a coach that could also help him, he might just do very, very well. But Potter wasn't playing him well, and Gallagher would just run and run and run. He has so much energy, it's nothing to show for it. And that was just it. So his tactics, his formations, his ideas, his substitutions were always wrong, and I feel like that is what cost him his job at Chelsea. He just did not know how to get it right. He just couldn't get it right, and here we are. So it's all good. Tuchel probably wanted to come back to Chelsea. Who knows? But then, such is life. It is what it is, and we move on, we move forward. Hopefully, from here on out, we can do better. We can get a better coach, and who knows? In the future, we might still cross paths with Thomas Tuchel again, and I'll be one of the happiest people on earth because I really, 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 really I really, really loved having that man as our coach. I'm not going to lie to you. He was just, and he blended so well with Chelsea. I don't know if I'm the only one who felt that way or if I'm the only one who feels that way, but I just feel like Tuchel was, yes, that person that was supposed to be Chelsea for life. Do you understand? Yes. So thank you so much for listening to me and for watching my video like you always do. God bless you. Please do not forget to subscribe to the channel. Like, share, subscribe. Please. I don't just be doing all of this myself. I enjoy doing this. I enjoy talking about football. I enjoy talking about sports. And yeah. So since Chelsea Football Club is my club, I know so much about Chelsea. I decided to focus on Chelsea. I've always given you those updates. So in case you go down and watch my old videos and you notice that I was talking about general football, but then now I focus on Chelsea, this is the reasons, because I've decided that yes, I know more stuff about Chelsea than other clubs. Why? Because I'm a Chelsea fan. So it's easier when we talk about Chelsea related stuff. So please don't take it personal. But if you love what I'm doing here and you want to show support, the only way you can show me your support is by hitting the subscribe button. Subscribe, thank you so much, and share to your friends if you can as well. Share to your bio on Instagram, on Facebook, share on your WhatsApp, everywhere that you can share a link. Just share the link to this video and tell your friends to please come subscribe. That there is a girl who talks about football so passionately, because I know that yes, of course, I talk about football with so much passion. You don't even have to tell me. So thank you so much. God bless you. I'll see you in my next video. If we win the game against Liverpool, I will definitely make another video because I'll be too excited. I won't be able to contain my joy. So let's see how Bruno would do in that game against Liverpool. All right. Last time we had an interim coach at Chelsea. Remember what happened? We won Champions League. So who knows? Who knows? Let's see how the game against Liverpool goes. Thank you so much. Have a good day ahead. Bye.